Hi, I'm Sarah. This is Turn Back Time, day 55. Every milestone counts in this journey to a lighter, leaner body. And today I got under 175 pounds. I'm 174.9. The kilos are still creeping down too. I said before that once this starts rolling, every day feels like Christmas Day. And it really does. 192 pounds to 174 pounds. That's huge and so fast. I'm still walking around with my water bottle permanently lodged under my arm, convinced the more I can drink, the faster it will fall off. I've had a few people who are following this plan saying, but what about coffee? They really don't think that they can give up their morning coffee or daily coffee. They also want to know if coffee counts as water. I assume when they ask that they're drinking quite a few of them. But coffee and tea, as we know, are diuretics, which means that it depletes water in the body, doesn't add to it. So it's best not to count coffee towards your daily water intake and actually drink more to counter it. The bigger danger with coffee is using it instead of eating. You need to keep up your nutrient intake and also the caffeine level and what it does to the body. And this applies to energy drinks too. You might have given them up already, or others in your family might still be using them. Or you might be waiting until I get to the end of my 60 days to start this diet and still be using them for energy to fuel you. But both these drinks, coffee and energy drink brands, have serious health ramifications, including dehydration, heart complications, even anxiety and insomnia. Every year, hundreds of people end up in emergency rooms just from drinking either of them in large amounts. If you're continuing to eat any processed foods or any eggs from caged chickens, the arachidonic acid can combine with caffeine and attack the cells which line the blood vessels. It can even rupture your arteries. Migraines are common side effects, and excess caffeine can even cause seizures and hallucinations. Because the caffeine in energy drinks is so intense, it can cause kidney and liver failure. The good thing is it can be immediately reversed by just not drinking it. Both coffee and caffeine-filled energy drinks are said to increase memory, mood, and energy, and that's why we drink it. But perhaps many of us don't know what is actually going on inside of us when we use it. It's blocking the ability of certain receptors in the brain to recognize the neurotransmitter adenosine. Let me explain. Our bodies run on ATP. That's the energy that keeps us going. As the body uses up ATP, the waste byproduct is adenosine. The more ATP we burn, the more adenosine builds up. Adenosine creates drowsiness in us as an alert system to the body that it needs to make more ATP, and that sleep would be a good thing right now to allow that to happen. It then inhibits our neural activity to make us go to sleep. If you drink a coffee, it switches off the body's ability to recognize those exhausted levels of ATP. The body is then essentially running on empty. It has to release adrenaline to keep going. The problem is, if you keep using the caffeine to block those receptors, the body will become so exhausted that when you do sleep, it will not be enough to replenish the missing ATP in one sleep. Then you'll have grogginess and exhaustion the next day, which you'll probably counter by reaching for more caffeine. It's a very dangerous vicious circle in which the gut microbiome is also being badly damaged. Adenosine, when making the person drowsy, dilates the blood vessels to ensure good oxygenation during sleep. Caffeine is stopping that. Also, by promoting the body to draw on its adrenaline stores, it's in danger of depleting the adrenal glands, which can give you PTSD-type symptoms. And any person who's had trauma as a young child will not have the ability in their gut microbiome to reabsorb adrenaline, so caffeine could cause panic attacks. Why would anyone want to force their body to run on adrenaline? When I was in my microbiology class at university, the textbook was encouraging the 18-year-old students to drink coffee and energy drinks, and said blandly that coffee stimulates the production of ATP, which is absolutely untrue. It's making the body turn a blind eye to the lack of it. One energy drink can have 250 to 500 milligrams of caffeine, and the FDA says 600 milligrams a day is too much for any human. At 1200 milligrams, we start to have seizures. Less than 3 high caffeine energy drinks can cause seizures, but people chain drink them. 1 cup of coffee is about 100 milligrams, so if you have 6 a day, it's too much. 12 a day, and you're in a danger zone. If you have anyone under 18 in your house, they should really not have more than 1 coffee a day, if that. And no energy drinks, which also contain taurine, which has been linked with neurological disorders, glucuronic acid, which at high levels may cause diabetes, cancer, hepatitis, and cirrhosis, malic acid, which can turn the digestive system so acidic the digestive enzymes don't work. The list of dangerous ingredients just goes on. Phenylane, citicoline, and all the sugar tolls known to man. Don't touch them. They're poison. Still want that coffee? Oh, I didn't think so. And it was glucuronic acid, I think. Don't touch the coffee. It's not worth it. Drink the water. See you tomorrow.